the latest scenario is, आग सभी को लगी है, दर्द सभी को है, जरूरत क्या है कि उस आग का आफताब बना दें और उस दर्द का माता बना दें. Correct? That is our problem. Right. Thank you. I'll take you back in time machine by exactly 4 years and 4 days. 4th of January 2018. The oncologist at the hospital called us in his chamber and informed us that that was going to be the last night for Ankita. Ankita, my daughter, 26 years, young. It took some time for the words to sink in, obviously. Before this, I had never experienced any pain of a father, of a parent, of a dying child so young. Nor I wish anybody should face this kind of abomination. As the dawn approached, Ankita's soul was gone, leaving behind her mortal body and the pain and agony that this young girl was forced to endure for 8 months and endured so well as behoved of a daughter of a soldier. The pain was tough and leaving for us a lot of pain and agony for us to see throughout our life and face it. Taking you back sometime in March 2017, when Ankita developed a small lump in her left breast, and after a lot of scans, the oncologist confirmed the presence of the breast cancer. After a lot of discussions and counseling sessions, we decided to go for breast removal surgery. Ankita had to be counseled a lot to get rid of the disease part to continue with her life. However, that was not to be. Fate had some other sinister plans for us in store. Further scan of the body confirmed that the disease had spread into other parts of the body and had already reached the tertiary stages. And thereafter started the series of the tests, more scans, and chemotherapy sessions. I distinctly remember, before every chemotherapy session, Ankita would ensure that she occupies first of the beds available early in the morning, as if a kid in a hurry to board to start her first train journey. The mandatory tests about the CBCs and the blood counts in case they came correct, she used to be filled with joy, the joy of a child taking her first step. But we knew the truth. We had already been advised the prognosis of the treatment. No patient of triple negative breast cancer in the world has survived more than 6 months after detection of the disease. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. 31st of December 2017, this girl lying in the bed in the hospital insisted that she would cut the New Year cake and distribute among the staff, which she did. Hats off to the spirit. But this is life. We thought the worst probably couldn't happen. But time had to play another joke with me. It was a bombshell. I had been working for a multinational company at that time. I will not name the company. For 10 years then. One fine morning, they called me to the head office in Bombay and decided to lay me off, along with many other employees. Citing the financial crunch, of course, yes, it might have been there. Reason, financial crunch. Look at this. A dying girl at home, no job at hand. Fate had opened so many frontiers for us to fight on, and I had only two choices. Choice one, resign to fate, accept whatever comes, and further shorten the life of Ankita. Choice two, I fight on. That was the time the instinct of a soldier kicked in, and I decided to fight on. And there is an important learning. Whatever mission, whatever purpose, whatever goal you have, you set for your life, you got to immerse yourself into it 100%, irrespective of whatever may be the outcome. If it is glory, if it is pass, you take the glory. If you fail, you take the lessons. In our case, we knew what would be the outcome. However, we gave the toughest of the fight to the disease. After that, the results for us are immaterial. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Right? Okay. So, while we were dealing with this trauma, they always say, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Take this point from me. Whenever there is a problem that you find in a path in your life, it is there to test you? Yes. It is also a test for the people who they claim to be your best friends. And alas, in my case, most of my friends, my relatives, my neighbors, all failed the test. हर पड़ोसी उस्ताद है दीवार बनाने में बेनियाजी की कौन डोली को कांधा दे कौन झुककर मैयत उठाए. All of us are so great in building up huge walls of egos around us that who will shoulder the newly wedded girl and who will shoulder the dead body. Not stopping here, the life has to continue. We didn't have the choice of shedding tears in the open. We used to find the darkest of the corners in our house. I remember that was the last night of 4th of January when we were called in by the doctors into the ICU to get our permission, signatures, to put Ankita on ventilators. My wife, Rekha, refused. She didn't want to extend the agony of the dying child because as per the test reports, most of her vital organs had failed. And the reports also said that a disease had entered the bone marrow. That was the time I bowed my head to all the 9 incarnations of Goddess Durga, which I saw in Rekha's eyes. Absolutely marvelous, and no wonder that the ladies are held into the highest of the regard and esteem in our culture. There is a saying in Shastra, Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devta. Wherever the ladies are worshipped, that is the abode of the God. The life had to continue, and we were trying to pull ourselves together. One thing that we realized, that you need to find a purpose of your living. Why? That is what universe has created you for, just to die in pain, just to live in pain. What is the purpose? That was the question that we asked. In came 2019, when the company called Jet Airways closed down the shutters, bringing thousands of employees onto the roads. And out of those employees, many of us, we had been working together for Jet Airways for 10 years at the time. And I knew what is the pain of losing a job. I decided to hold their hands. That was the time I made my first motivational video in support of Jet employees. I made it a point to call them up, ring them up, and tell them they are supposed to be heroes for their families, for their homes, for their husbands, for their wives, for their children. And heroes don't quit that easily. Right? So that was it. Next. But our whole purpose was not met. You know? So we came in contact with NGO and we decided to teach the children of not so fortunate parents and the children of the poor. I still remember those days that we were actually looking for somebody where we can fulfill and realize all the dreams which probably Ankita might have seen and not accomplished. In one fine, dialogue, I remember, Ankita asked her mother in a lone moment, "Maa, main itni adhuri kyun hu? Why God has made me so incomplete?" And we decided that in whatever way we could help children to avoid these kind of situations, we will do. And we started looking around. And we decided to hold hands of two beautiful tiny girls. Of course, with the permission of the parents. And today they are bubbling teens, marching towards their better tomorrow, confidently. Nothing great that I have done. Remember, I'm an ex-soldier and I have been a part of a group insurance scheme. Have you ever realized, in case this insurance scheme or the financial backup had not been there, we would have been on roads. Citing my example, it has become a mission of my life to educate the parents to go for these kind of things and build up sufficient financial fund so that in case you need it, the same can be utilized. And just to give an example, the first premium of these two girls was paid by me, and of course, I'll share this information with you, that their fathers henceforth have been continuing with this kind of insurances, right? One thing again that I would like to share is, all these times there have been a lot of emotions that have been building up inside us. That's not good. Okay? The way that we have been treated by fate, at times we don't have any control over that. The way we have been treated by our friends, neighbors, relatives, I never imagined that I will ever become an author. I decided to put my emotions into words, and 26th of June 2021, I released my first book titled Kuch Haks Ret Par, Shadows on on the time of Sam, which of course was Amazon bestseller around for some time. Not stopping there. I'm at that age where I'm supposed to give something back to the society. I have about 40 years of aviation background with me. And I'm working on a book on aviation safety, which is titled Safety by Choice. I'm training the aviation professionals. I have, at this age, I don't know, people might laugh it off. I'm trying to learn guitar. I have my own music channel. And thank you. And very important thing that I have realized, and you must also realize this. The relations are very, very important in this life. पैसा किसी काम नहीं आएगा, बस हेल्प करेगा, but अगर आपके पास relations हैं, you can stand anywhere. And just to give a very short story, I visited somebody and he said, कि सर आपको last दिवाली पे मिस किया था. My reply was very, very simple. कि अगर मेरे relations मेरे साथ में हैं, if I am along with my loved ones and near and dear ones, I'll celebrate Diwali each evening. And I will celebrate Holi each morning. So that is the importance of relationships that we have to give. Now, in my wildest of the theories, I at times imagine what would happen if somebody is dying and he is left with only 20 seconds, and he knows he is left with only 20 seconds. To me, there will be only two thoughts. One, the whole 80 years of his life will cross through, flash through his eyes in 20 seconds. He'll then realize what all he has been able to achieve and what are the dreams which are still not fulfilled. So take the learning, dream big, achieve bigger, so that you can die happier and satisfied. Number two, what else will cross his mind? He will never ask for the keys of the Mercedes that is parked outside. He's not going to ask for the keys of the $1 million mansion. He would wish my near and dear ones should be here, close by, when I die. I'll give you, with your permission, I'll give you a 2 minutes exercise. Okay, and do whatever I tell you. Sit wherever you are and relax, mentally and physically. And close your eyes. Don't open till the time I tell you. Close your eyes. Relax. Imagine. Next 20 seconds are your last 20 seconds of life. Visualize those people whom you have loved, but you have failed to tell them that you love them. Visualize those people, those faces who have gone away from you due to some misunderstanding. But you love them. Visualize those faces. You want to tell so many things to them, but you have not been able to tell them. Internalize. Go over again. Won't you like to have all these happiness, love back to your life? Won't you like to have all those people who have loved you and you have loved them from the clutches of unforgiveness. Bring them love. Bring them back. Because you have only 20 seconds to live. Internalize. Open your eyes. What are you going to do after these sessions are over? Friends, relationships have to be maintained, and they are their best, your best companion throughout your life and at times even after your life. Before I give a full stop to my talk, I sincerely wish to give my gratitude to all my parents, to gurus, to mentors, and teachers, the two girls that came into my life and are still a part of me, and my life coach, and my good friend Neelima Sharma, who has been holding my hand till now. I still see Ankita as the brightest of the stars in the darkest of the nights. That is my story, turning pain into power.